The cryptocurrency industry is full of surprises. Just when you think you've seen it all, something new comes along to shake things up. The latest surprise is the fall of crypto giant FTX. Meanwhile, Binance, another industry's biggest player, has set its eyes on becoming the new face of crypto. So what's behind these two developments? Let's take a closer look. Hello, and welcome to our channel. Before starting our video, don't forget to smash the subscribe button and click the notification bell for more amazing content. Now let's get this video started. How are FTX and Binance linked? A few days before the cryptocurrency exchange, FTX went bankrupt in early November. Its founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, asked his rival, Changpeng Zhao, for help. The founder of Binance, the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world, Mr. Zhao, at first agreed to give FTX a loan and buy it to save it. But when Mr. Zhao looked at FTX's financial records and saw how bad things were, he changed his mind, and Mr. Bankman-Fried had no choice but to file for bankruptcy. The actions of Mr. Zhao were the result of a complicated relationship between the founders of the two biggest cryptocurrency exchanges. The two men have sometimes fought in public and teased each other on Twitter. As the growth of their companies quickly made them both paper billionaires, their different ideas about how the cryptocurrency industry should be regulated held a lot of weight, especially since governments around the world were getting ready to crack down. Different approaches of FTX and Binance. While Mr. Bankman-Fried spent a lot of money on advertising to promote the FTX brand and court lawmakers in the US to change how cryptocurrency is regulated there, Mr. Zhao and Binance kept a low profile. Mr. Zhao once said that regulation was a risk for his company, so he didn't talk to lawmakers much, except in countries that were friendly to crypto. Still, Binance took steps in the past year to get rid of its reputation as a shadowy giant with no headquarters that doesn't always follow the rules. They did this because they knew that regulation was coming. Binance to become the new face of crypto. Now that FTX has collapsed, Binance has a chance to prove itself to investors and regulators in a more public way. Mr. Zhao, who is known in the cryptocurrency world as CZ, recently sent reassuring tweets to his 8 million followers, pitching himself as the industry's savior. Bitcoin is not dead. We are still here, he wrote on November 20. Mr. Zhao also couldn't help but poke fun at his competitor. This month, he wrote on Twitter, "You don't have to be a genius to know something doesn't smell right at FTX. They were 10 times smaller than us, but they spent 100 times more than us on marketing and partnerships, fancy parties in the Bahamas, trips around the world, and mansions for all of their top staff and his parents." Binance recently announced that it had bought a Japanese cryptocurrency exchange, allowing it to enter the Japanese market as a regulated entity. This was done to dispel the idea that Binance had avoided following rules. Binance has tried to improve its credibility in the US by hiring a group of American executives for Binance, its subsidiary based in Palo Alto, California. Mr. Zhao also seems to be laying the groundwork for a bigger lobbying presence. Just 10 days after FTX went down, Binance started a political action committee. It has also increased its marketing. Cristiano Ronaldo, a famous soccer player from Portugal, was recently in an ad wearing a Binance jersey. But it will be hard to see Binance as the new, responsible face of cryptocurrency. Whether they succeed in becoming the face of crypto or not, only time will tell. So what about FTX? FTX was one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges in the world, but it has since gone bankrupt. It enabled customers to trade digital currencies for other digital currencies or real money. It also had its own digital currency, which was called FTT. The Bahamas-based company built its business on risky trading options that are not legally permitted in the US. The problems for FTX started last year, when Changpeng Zhao, the CEO of Binance, the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world, sold his stake in FTX back to Mr. Bankman-Fried in exchange for a number of FTT tokens. In November, Mr. Zhao said he was going to sell the tokens and was worried about FTX's financial stability. The move, which drove down the price of FTT, spooked investors. The price went down because of what Mr. Zhao said, which scared investors. Traders rushed to get out of FTX, leaving the company with a shortfall of $8 billion. Binance, FTX's main competitor, offered the company a loan to save it, but then backed out. This made FTX have to file for bankruptcy on November 11. Later on December 12, Mr. Bankman-Fried was arrested in the Bahamas for fraud and lying to investors. The SEC also filed civil fraud charges the next day. Binance may or may not be successful with its plan. For this to work out, the company must not only avoid the full wrath of the Justice Department, but also reassure investors and the rest of the crypto industry that it will be honest about the true nature of everything on its books. No one knows for sure what is on Binance's balance sheet as of yet. What do you think about Binance? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate your time. We'll see you later.